What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2022 Toyota Owners 400. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, NASCAR is headed to the 3/4 mile track at Richmond Raceway for the first points paying short track race on the schedule and the first points paying short track race for the next gen cars. This race is probably going to be a race of attrition. There's probably going to be a lot of tire failures this weekend and drivers wrecking out. And I think you're going to see a lot of attrition and probably a lot of cautions, but also probably some really long green flag runs this weekend at Richmond. I expect a lot of chaos like we've seen throughout the season. I think we're going to see a lot of chaos this weekend. So before we jump into picks for this weekend, let's take a look at the weather. So the weather looks really nice for this weekend. Right now, there's only a 20% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies, with a high being 66 degrees for the day on Sunday, with 40 degrees being the low of the day. So you're probably going to need a light jacket if you're going out to the track, but the weather overall looks pretty good for this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. So now let's jump into picks. So these are how picks work on the channel. So I usually have 2 suck picks for every race. Drivers always run up front who've been struggling, who I think are going to continue to struggle. 2 underdog picks, 2 underdogs who I think will run really well, who are going to basically consistently up and up front, who I think are going to run well. And then your winners pick, the driver I think is going to win. And then I've got the ones to watch as well. And this weekend we've got 6 drivers other than the winner that I'm keeping my eyes on who could contend this weekend here at Richmond. So now finally, let's jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend here at Richmond Raceway? My first suck pick has had a pretty quite good year so far this year. However, he did not finish very well, Coda finishing in 21st. On top of that, historically at this track, this guy has not run very well, has one of the lowest average finishes of people at this track. On top of that, his best finish at this track is 17th. He did run well here in Phoenix, which track very similar, but he's not run really good historically at this track. My first suck pick is going to be Chris Buescher. RFK does not have a lot of good mojo right now behind all the issues they've been having behind the scenes, especially with what's been going on with them. On top of that, like I said, Chris Buescher has not ran historically very well at Richmond Raceway. So I think those struggles are going to continue for Chris Buescher and RFK, and I think that Chris Buescher is going to be the first driver that is going to struggle this weekend. My other suck pick cannot seem to get a lot of things out of the way. He's had a lot of issues so far this year and has only had one really good highlight throughout the seasons so far. On top of that, his crew chief just got suspended for issues at Coda and is going to have a new crew chief this weekend. I'm talking about Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace is my other suck pick. Bubba Wallace just cannot seem to catch a break. He's had a lot of bad luck here over the last few weeks, especially look back at Las Vegas where they had a great run going and then they had that late race wreck with Eric Jones. Then at Phoenix, their car just absolutely was terrible, which the track also very similar to Richmond. And then at Atlanta, they got involved in that last lap wreck near the end where they were up front. And of course, past weekend at Coda where they had the tire come off and finish in the back. Bubba Wallace also has not ran very good at Richmond historically throughout his career. So I unfortunately think Bubba Wallace is going to struggle this weekend. I think that Dave Rodgers, who will be his crew chief this weekend, probably will help him finish a little bit higher, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to help Bubba Wallace have a good run this weekend here at Richmond. I think the bad luck is going to continue, unfortunately, for Bubba Wallace. And now let's jump into the underdog picks. Who are my underdog picks for this weekend here at Richmond Raceway? My first underdog pick has been quietly having a really strong year and was very fast last week at Circuit of the Americas for unfortunately losing a tire on one of the early restarts in stage number 2. On top of that, this team has been arguably one of the best teams so far in the series, and this guy does have a pretty strong average finish of 15th place in his career here at Richmond Raceway. My first underdog is going to be Daniel Suarez. Like I said, Daniel Suarez has been really fast throughout this year so far, and I think he's on the verge of potentially picking up his first victory of the season. However, I don't think he's going to win just yet, but I think he's got a potential really strong possibility of getting a top 5 this weekend. It seems like Daniel Suarez is fitting really right at home, especially with Trackhouse Racing right now, and I think that Daniel Suarez is going to have a good run this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. My other underdog pick is going to be a driver that's actually been having a really quietly good year as well. I think it's currently right now just inside the playoffs at the moment. It's coming off a top 10 run this weekend at Coda. On top of that, this guy has been really good throughout his career at this track, including that really strong run, I believe, in 2020, where in the second race, where he was literally leading a ton of laps and finished in the top 5. My second underdog pick is Austin Dillon. RCR seemed to be very, very fast throughout this year so far, and I think a lot of it is, of course, with the collaboration with Chevys. I think that's going to continue this weekend for Austin Dillon, and I would not be surprised if Austin Dillon contends for his first victory of the year, but I think no doubt Austin Dillon is going to be a contender this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. And now we're jumping into the winner's pick for this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick is going to be someone that's not 100% typical when it comes to Richmond Raceway. When you think of a track like Richmond, you think of the Toyotas. Toyotas usually are really, really fast here at Richmond, and they seem to win every single race that shows up on the NASCAR schedule. But I think that is going to change this weekend. My winner's pick has been on a hot tear over the last couple weeks. That, of course, is last week's winner at Circuit Americas. I am going with Ross Chastain for multiple reasons to win this race. First reason, Ross Chastain has been on a hot streak. He's finished third, second, and first. Has the best run I've seen so far. Has been arguably the best driver so far in the NASCAR Cup Series and currently sits fifth in the points. On top of that, with Ross Chastain, the last time we were here at Richmond Raceway, he was contending for a top 5 and finished 7th, and not the greatest Chip Ganassi racing equipment. I think Ross Chastain is going to be the first driver that picks up their second win of the year. It seems like Ross Chastain currently is definitively the best driver in the Cup Series at the moment right now. So I think that Ross Chastain is going to pick up his second straight victory and continue a very strong run and get Trackhouse their second straight victory this weekend. I think Ross Chastain, remember he was good at Phoenix 2, but his track very similar to this. I think that Ross Chastain gets his second win of 2022 this weekend here at Richmond. And now let's jump into the ones you need to keep your eyes out on for this weekend here at Richmond. Who are your drivers I'm keeping my eye on? The first driver I want to keep my eyes on is a driver that's absolutely struggled this year, with his best finish this year being a 13th, and is still looking for his first top 10 of the season, as this is the first season in his Cup Series career where he's not finished in the top 10 in the first 6 weeks. But I think that this week that this guy's bad luck is finally going to turn around. This guy's been historically really, really good here. He's won quite a few races here throughout his career. First guy is Denny Hamill. I think Denny Hamill is finally going to start turning this bad luck around that he's had. Toyota has generally been really, really fast. If they struggle, man, that'd be a big concern. But I don't think that's going to happen this weekend. I think that Denny Hamill is going to have a really strong run here at Richmond Raceway, and I think he will contend for a victory this weekend. I think he's going to finally kind of break out of that slump he's had to start this year, and I think that he's going to contend for a victory this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. The second driver you need to keep your eyes on is a guy who's currently the points leader. And if you watched the race the last time we were here in the fall, this guy was extremely fast. He was very, very quick throughout the race, and I think that overall is going to continue for this guy. Chase Ellie is who I'm talking about. Chase Ellie has been historically really, really fast here throughout his career. Originally, he's been hit or miss throughout his career. But Chase Elliott ran really, really strong the last couple times we're here. And I think he's also, like I said, been the points leader and is tied for the most top 10s with Ross Chastain. I think the good luck and good mojo is going to continue for Chase Elliott, and I think he will contend for the victory as well this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. The third driver I'm keeping my eyes on is a driver of the A card for Rich Schultz Racing, that being Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick has been very, very close to winning races this season, is still looking for his first win of the 2022 season. However, I think that he's going to have a chance to get it done. Like I said, RCR has been really, really fast. But again, he's also had some not so great runs throughout his career at Richmond Raceway. So I think that he is going to be a major, major contender, and I think he's going to have a lot of speed this weekend here at Richmond. I think he does good enough and will contend at least for a top 5 and continue a strong start to the year here at Richmond Raceway. The fourth driver I'm keeping my eyes on is a driver who's won the last time we were here at Richmond Racing, and has quietly putting together a quiet year so far, not a championship caliber year, but definitely a playoff caliber year. I'm talking about Mark Truex Jr. Mark Truex Jr. has been very, very fast historically here at Richmond Raceway, and I think that Mark Truex Jr. will be a major, major contender this weekend here for a potential victory. Now, it's going to be tough to win the race, don't get me wrong, for Mark Truex Jr., but I think he's going to do really, really well this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. And finally, the last driver I'm keeping my eyes on is a driver that definitely needs to have a good run this weekend. And the last time we were here, this guy was running quietly one of the fastest cars in the race. It was doing a really long run strategy at the end of the race. It kind of cost him a shot at the win, but was pretty overall fast. Talking about Kyle Larson. Now, Kyle Larson does have a win here, which came back in 2017. And like I said, he is looking to get out of this slump. The last 3 straight races, he's finished outside the top 20 and has finished no better than 29th the last 3 races. He definitely needs to get the season turned around and his season going in the right direction with how well I think Richmond is going to go for Larson, with how good Phoenix was going for the engine failures had, where he's contending for a top 5. I think he'll have a good run this weekend at Richmond. I think a top 5 or top 10 in order. I don't think he's going to win this weekend, don't get me wrong, but I think that he will contend for at least a top 5 this weekend here at Richmond Raceway. So, those are all my picks for this weekend here at Richmond. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Chris Buescher and Bubba Wallace. My underdog picks are Daniel Suarez and Austin Dillon. And my winner pick is Ross Chastain. And my ones to watch are Denny Hamill, Chase Elliott, Ty Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Larson. Those are my ones to watch as well for this weekend. So, anyway, that is my race picks video for the Toyota Owners 400 from Richmond Raceway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on page as well. Let's get you below over that and comment your thoughts on today's video and your picks below as well. Tell me who your suck picks are, tell me your underdog picks are, and tell me who you think is going to win this weekend at Richmond Raceway. Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have an update video on all the news you missed over the last couple of days, and we'll see that on the channel. And then on Friday, it might be a news video, but I'm not entirely sure will be coming out on Friday. You'll find out later this week. I might have a silly season product dropping Friday. Keep your subscription box open because I might have a video that's coming out really, really soon for you guys to see. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys next time with some more great, awesome NASCAR and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.